Presentation material. The effects of 자살의 depends on suicide intention. The moderating effects of positive psychological capital. Presenter 원순만. Context. Lesson 1 abstract. Lesson 2 introduction. Lesson 3 methods. Lesson 4 research. Lesson 5 conclusion. Lesson 6 reproduction. Lesson 1 abstract. Keywords: theory, direction, suicide, intention. Positive psychological capital. Depression. The purpose of this study was to provide basic data to help improve the quality of life and prevent suicide. In the elderly group, a survey was conducted in 746% aged 65 at senior welfare centers and local community centers for the elderly in city and beyond. Provinces they were measured for zeroing dementia, suicide intention, and positive psychological capital. This study obtained the following results. First, the more dementia, the stronger intention to commit suicide. Second, positive psychological capital partially affected the suicide intention. Third, dementia and positive psychological capital had final effects. Last, the association between general dementia and suicide intention and the moderating effects of positive psychological capital, which tends to serve as a pond between the two variables were demonstrated. This study is significant in that it depends the association between the effect of early dementia on suicide intention and positive psychological capital on demonstrate the importance of positive psychological capital in preventing suicide in the elderly population. In particular, it is expressed to provide basic data that can help develop interventional schemes on the public support elderly suicide prevention by demonstrating the moderating effects of positive psychological capital. Section 2 Introduction. Need for study. Chapter 1 Need for study. As South Korea is entering aged suicide in terms of the population structure, it is faced a lot of social problems at the microscopic level. such as the aging labor population, the decrease in the effective demand, the increase into the for seniors, which lead to intergenerational conflicts. In particular, the issue of mental health leads to direction among those problems of seniors is very seniors and gradually spreads. In 2020, studied this Korean indicators health and financial progress was two of the most significant issues to Peter, aged 65, experienced their much more complex and biographic coverage of suicide in the elderly group in the other age groups. The more difficult reason for elderly suicide intention was financial hardship, 27.7%, followed by their elderly suicide by their open health problems, 27.6%. Capitalist or isolation from spouse or children, 8.6%. Loneliness, 28.4%. Death of an intimate relation, 8.3%. Health problems of spouse or family, 4.9%. Under those 5 research review has found that the nation is an important predictor of elderly suicide intention. This into account, it can be said that generally the nation is closely associated with suicide intention. Positive psychotherapy has been improved for about 20 years since Seligman found positive psychology in 1998, and research drew much attention as it was also found to be effective in revealing and preventing depression. Positive psychology attaches importance to individuals' growth initiative on the whole, on the believers that they can enjoy a truly happy life through self-improvement, so that they fight their own values and make their life form. It can be said that both where they can improve their daily life, continuously inhibit the components of stress on the physical and mental distress in old age, and the way they can overcome depression through positive perception on the attitude of cognition and the effective management of emotions are highly important. As shown above, as dimension was found to be important risk factor of suicide intention, research has been conducted on the barriers relieving the average effects of dimension that could lead to suicide. No research has been conducted on positive psychological capital as a variable moderating the association between generally acting on suicidal dimension has intentionality. Leisure as occurs that lowers the quality of life for seniors in the aging. So right here is proposing mode of improvement social problems in addition to 5 deaths suicide in this society. In this situation, the study was conducted by analyzing the association between genetic definitions of suicide intention is intention task to improve the quality of life for HN9RS. This study aimed to analyze the effect of general definition on suicide intention taking moderating effects of positive psychological capital into account on the private data could improve the quality of life for seniors. Last introduction. Questions. This study aimed to analyze the market effects of positive psychological capital on the effects of generally dementia suicide intention. For this purpose, the following questions set. First, how are the effect of generalized dementia on suicide intention correlates with positive psychological capital. Second, does positive psychological capital have any moderating effects on the effects of generalized suicide intention? Lesson 3, methods. Section 1, subjects. A survey was conducted in as 100 persons aged 60, possibly residing in a city on G provinces from March 2nd to 24, 2017 for data collection ratio for cooperation was sent to senior welfare centers in LCT on G province on per express nation logging the research was given to the social workers at the centers that gave their consent before the face survey. The representatives of local community centers for the elderly were asked to cooperate the research and establish this wide to those who gave their consent for the face-to-face survey on personal which was also made to elderly centers for the face-to-face survey. Every response was given full expression of the context and the purpose of the research and notified that personal information related to the responses was thoroughly kept confidential before the of hundreds questions 740 were finally analyzed with the image with the contained a lot of missing data. Section 2, Instruments. The Korean version of CSD standardization was used to measure world depression. Why this scale is composed of 20 items and a total of 18 items were used extending to for purpose of this ST. It was composed of 3 composed personal information on the so that give the 5 points Likert scale regarding this domestic symptoms they have expressed month for the past week. It contains 4 positive positive items that has in back calculation on the more the instrument installation on the right by Shin was used to measure elderly suicide intention. The self-reported correlation was 20.2K 19 items on the 3.02 Likert scale. The total score range from 0 to 38. The higher sum of scores for the 18 items, the higher suicide intention. As for the total score, it was categorized into no risk of suicide 9, 11 into low risk of suicide 12, 14 into middle risk of suicide 15 into likely risk of suicide loosen G's 11 inventory theory auto 20 items system for each construct was used to measure positive psychological capital for seniors. In this study, a total of 28 items, 5 for each construct, were used to meet the performance. Section 3, reliability. As for reliability of the variables, dimension was very reliable, or 816, and is so very was were reliable, 889 suicide intention was very reliable of 817. three fibers cycle capital was very reliable over 923 and is were very reliable. 820 the result of reliable analysis are the presented in table. Rest for research. Section 1. Correlation between effects of generate dimension on suicide intention on the positive psychological factor. Correlation analysis was performed using empirical coefficient for variable correlation. Dimension on the suicide were negatively correlation positive psychological capital. Dimension was particularly correlated suicide. That is, there was correlation among variables. This is contagion, the direction of the model in this study, and the results are as presented in next page table. Section 2. Association among dimension suicide intention of positive psychological capital. Stepwise regulation analyze performed for the moderating effects of positive psychological capital on the effects of dimension of suicide intention. The moderating effects involved three stages and the effect on effects variables were analyzed by entering independent variables allows aspect to the effects on dependent variables analyzed by the moderating various first aspect. 3. It was different what the effects when the term of dependent effects is dependent variables. Second and first chapters. Analysis moderating effects of positive psychological capital on effects of self-depression or suicide intention. As for the moderating effects of self-efficacy on the effects of self-depression on suicide intention. Self-depression positively affects suicide intention at stage 1. The explanatory power of the regulation model increasing by 5.9, which is 0.49%, which suicide intention positively affects by self-depression and negatively affected by self-depression. At stage 2, the exploratory power of the regulation model increasing by 0.7%, with the interaction between self-depression and self-efficacy negative affects suicide intention. At stage 3, that is self-efficient impact of modeling depression on the impression of self-depreciation on suicide intention, as presented in next page K. As for the moderating effects on the effects of self-determination, suicide intention, self-determination positively operated suicide intention. At stage 1, this exploratory power of the regulation model increased by 0.9. Suicide intention positively affected by self-determination and negatively affected by hope, and to the exploratory power of the regulation model increased by 1.1. With the improvement between self-determination hope negatively affect suicide intention, and stage 3, that is hope had moderating effects on the expression of self-determination on suicide intention, as presentation in next page table. As for the moderating effects of the optimism on the effects of self-determination on suicide intention, self-determination positively operated suicide intention. At the stage 1, the explanatory power of the regulation minded is 7.9. Suicide intention powers affected by self-determination and negatively affected by optimism, and stage 2. Stage 2. Expected power of the regulation model increased by 1.3. The expression between self-optimism negatively affected suicide intention at stage 3, that is at stage 3, that is optimism had moderating effects on the effects of self-determination on suicide intention, as presented in next page paper.